and welcome to another lawnfawn video. Today we are quickly introducing our brand new paper collection, Watercolor Wishes Rainbow. We have it both in 12 by 12 and in 6 by 6, so let's go ahead and check it out. First, we're going to take a look at the 12 by 12 paper, and we have this paper in a collection pack, which means you get 2 of each of the papers for a total of 12 papers. Our first paper is called Rose Quartz, and it's a beautiful pink with the 4 gradient on the front and these beautiful polka dots on the back. It's kind of a fun confetti dot. This is Carnelian, which is a beautiful orange, and of course we've got the 4 gradient, and then we've got our awesome confetti dots on the back. This here is Citrine. It's a beautiful yellow gradient with of course those awesome confetti dots on the back. Then here we have, this is Emerald, a gorgeous green. And then next up we have our Larimar paper, which is a beautiful kind of turquoise to blue gradient with of course those beautiful confetti dots on the back. And last but not least we have Amethyst, our purple paper with of course we've got our awesome 4-color gradient and then our rainbow confetti dots on the back of this one. And then here you can see that the papers repeat in that collection pack. So you end up with 2 of each of these beautiful papers. Now, if you love one of the colors of papers, you can also get them in a 12 pack. So you can get 12 of just one color as well, which is really awesome. Next, I want to show you what's special about those confetti dots. So within the confetti dots, there's also a gradient, which bridges the 2 papers. So the first one, which is on the back of the Rose Quartz, is going to bridge Rose Quartz and Carnelian. And then the one that's on the back of Carnelian is going to bridge the Carnelian and the Citrine, so the orange and the yellow. So it's going to be this beautiful, beautiful gradient between the 2 colors. So it's great because you can use those confetti dots with either of these colors. The back of the Citrine paper is then going to have the gradient between the Citrine and the emeralds. It's going to have between the yellow and the green, which I really love and is a really fun gradient to use for the tropical cards. The back of the emerald is going to have the gradient between the green and the blue, which I love using for skies. The back of the Larimar, the blue paper, is going to have the gradient between the blue and the purple. And then on the back of the purple, you're going to have this incredible rainbow gradient. It's one of my favorite parts of the whole collection. It's so fun and so cute and really great for birthday cards. And then here is a look at all of those papers lined up. I love being able to see that whole rainbow of all of these papers and also see that fun gradient and how it bridges the 2 colors on the back with that adorable confetti pattern. Now we're going to take a look at the 6 by 6 pad. So the 6 by 6 pad has 36 sheets, which means you get 3 of each design. And it's adorable. You've got, of course, the Rose Quartz, the Carnelian, then we've got our awesome Citrine color, and then Emerald. I love that these are named after gemstones. It's so fun. Larimar, and then Amethyst. And then you'll see that the pattern repeats, so you're going to get it 3 times. So once again, 3 of each paper, which is great because now you don't have to hoard all the papers. Now these awesome designs are reduced down by 50%, so they're going to be a smaller size scale than the 12 by 12 papers. And I kind of use them both in different ways depending on what project I'm working on. So here's a comparison between the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6 pad. Show you how I use these papers in different ways. I'm going to take out my largest stitched rectangle die, which is going to be a standard size card size, 5.5 by 4.25, and we're going to use this guide as kind of like a little window to take a look at these papers. So you can see if I had a card base cut out of the 6 by 6 pad, I'm going to have all 4 gradients. But if I do the 12 by 12, I'm just going to get 2 gradients in there. So it really, like I said, depends on what you're going for. You can also shift the paper around on the 12 by 12 so that you get 3 of the colors in it. I also really like the 12 by 12 because if I just want to use one of those colors for maybe creating a sky or a ground or die cutting something from, I now have 4 different shades of a cool watercolor pattern paper. And then here is a look at a comparison in the scale between the 6 by 6 pad B side and 12 by 12 B side. The confetti dots, you're going to have a larger scale or a smaller scale, and they're just so much fun. Next up, I wanted to show you a comparison from the original Watercolor Wishes pad to the Watercolor Wishes Rainbow collection. So here you can see that they're very different from each other, but they also coordinate together perfectly. So here's a look at the pink, which you can match, of course, the more solid papers, or the confetti is a great look with the pink. And then here is a look at the yellowy orange and how beautifully they go together. That one will also go really well with the yellow color in the Watercolor Wishes Rainbow. Next up, we'll compare the green colors in both collections, and you can see how great those go together. and then the blue. So on the Watercolor Wishes Rainbow, we have the one paper, and then on the original Watercolor Wishes, we've got the two that are going to once again both coordinate beautifully, and then the purples. Oh, I love seeing these two together. They're just beautiful, and of course we've got that rainbow confetti dot that's going to work great with any of the papers. We're going to show you some beautiful projects by the design team, and they, oh my goodness, they just blew me away. Their cards are so gorgeous, and this card by Elise, wow. So she used the Watercolor Wishes Rainbow to use for die cutting, and this is going to give your die cuts this really cool kind of dynamic look as if you inked it or watercolored it, but all you need to do is run it through the die cut machine, and look how beautiful this rainbow looks on her slimline style card. These papers are also great for 12 by 12 layouts, and this one by Melissa blows me away. She cut little squares out of the different shades in the different 12 by 12 papers and then stitched them onto her layout to create this cool rainbow grid. This same exact idea could also be taken smaller for a card style project too, so I just love this and can't wait to try it. Here, Elena shows us that this paper is perfect as a background. So she didn't need to ink blend a background for her mermaids. All she did was cut down a 5.5 by 4.25 size piece of the Larimar color out of the 6x6 pad, and she created a beautiful ocean for her mermaids to hang out in. Here, Letitia not only die cut her beautiful hibiscus from different shades of the Watercolor Wishes Rainbow paper, but she also used the 6x6 pad as her background to create a cool sunset gradient for her beautiful tropical flowers. Shari die cut leaves from all of the different colors to create a really cool rainbow element on her card, and then added a fun confetti dot to the background, and this is just perfect for a birthday card. Melissa created another beautiful layout, and she layered one of the 12 by 12 papers as her base, and then the confetti dot on top of that, and then a bunch of fun strips to highlight her photos. I love this look so much, and I love how beautifully the papers layer together. Here, Yainea used the paper to create a beautiful background for her fun toucan do it scene. I just love it so much, and I love how well the background blended with her ink blended grass at the bottom. So you can really mix and match the two techniques together, pattern paper and inking. And here is a really fun way that Yainea used these papers. So she die cut the 12 by 12 papers with the oval that's in the coordinating die for giant birthday messages, and she heat embossed the messages on those paper to create a really fun gift bag. This is such a cool look to have some white heat embossing over top this beautiful pattern paper. I just love this look so much. Elena die cut tropical leaves and the happy hibiscus set out of the different shades of the Watercolor Wishes Rainbow, and she took care on the 12 by 12 paper to cut from different areas of the paper to create different shades of flowers on her card, and I think that's such a cool way to use the 12 by 12 paper on a card. And then here, oh my goodness, I love what Lynette did with the paper. She also did the same technique where she die cut the party balloons out of different parts of the 12 by 12 paper to get lots of different shades of balloons for her adorable slimline card. And for this last card, we die cut a bunch of the papers with the simple stripes background to create a really cool rainbow backdrop, and you can check this out in the intro to Giant Birthday Messages video. So we can't wait to see what you guys do with the Watercolor Wishes Rainbow paper. It has quickly become a favorite of mine. I've already gone through multiple 6x6 pads because I love it so much. So make sure to share with us what you create with it, and thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!